All right, hi guys, I'm Tracy. Welcome to today's video. So today is Sunday. I normally don't film on Sunday because it's kind of difficult for me to find the time, but I really wanted to get this video up ASAP because I have a feeling a lot of people are wondering about the new limited edition Sonia G Holiday trio release, and I thought these would be sold out by now at least, but they're still available and I really think they're worth looking into. I didn't get the Mount Fuji brush just because I wasn't interested in the stand, but I'll go through each brush individually, insert demos of how I used it on my eyes, and at the end I'm gonna swatch them like on my face for you guys just to see, so you guys could really see how they apply shadow. Okay, so that will be at the end. So let's start out with the S1, and I'm gonna have to read because I just got these yesterday. So two are Canadian squirrel hair, yellow Canadian squirrel hair, which is standard. I believe when you hear Canadian squirrel hair, this is what they're talking about. And then one is white Canadian squirrel hair, which is, if you're familiar with brushes, pretty rare. I don't actually have any white Canadian squirrel or any white squirrel hair. So this was the brush that I was like, I have to have it. And I'm really pleased so far. I did most of this look with just these. I used a large blender to blend everything together because this one is not big enough, but I'll go through each one and give you guys my opinions, and then at the end show you how it will, like with one swipe, like what it looks like. I know that's kind of silly, but I've seen Wayne Goss, and I think Tati's even done it, so oh well. Okay, so S1, the small detail brush, 8 millimeters long. It's pretty thin. I mean, I think as thin as they could have made it. And I like these kind of brushes because I like getting shimmer in the inner part of my eye, the inner corner and the lower inner lash line. I like putting shimmer there, and a brush like this is ideal because, okay, so this is my opinion on Sonia G eye brushes. She tends to make packing brushes so that you could build the pigment little by little. And that's her style. I believe that's how she does her makeup. And so these brushes, well, these two packing brushes, I feel are that, especially this one. So for example, if I use my Kolinsky, this the Hokuto GS5, if I were to get a shimmer and put it on, I probably wouldn't need to go over that area. You're gonna get a pretty intense application. With this one, however, it's gonna be little by little. It will get that shimmer on so you can see it, but it's not gonna be a super dense application. But I really like the shape of this brush because it's so pointed. It gets to the inner corner, and it was really good for lining. Now, when it comes to lining, this is not my ideal shape of brush because it's just, the tip is so fine and Canadian squirrel hair is not firm. So I did line the bottom, but I did have to go over a few times with a darker shadow. So I probably won't use this to line. I think she does say that in this, she calls this for the mobile lid inner corner or outer corner. Okay, so she doesn't say it for lining, but I did line with this. It did an okay job, but it's probably not what I'll use this for. This is for detail shimmer work in the inner part of the eye or in the outer part. And if you want to get darken up this area, this is a great brush. These are very beautiful. They're made out of the keyaki wood, and yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure what that says here, but it's got the kanji here, and it has the name of the brush, S1. All right, enough of that one. I'll go to the S2, and this is a longer, you know, bigger, more substantial packing brush. I was hoping it would be similar to my Hokuto GS2, which is one of my all-time favorite brushes. made of Canadian squirrel hair, but they're not the same. I know they might look alike, but the Hokoto is much thicker. It's a much more substantial brush. So for example, I talk about this a lot because it can do everything. It could blend, pack shadow, and line. But with this one, blending was a challenge. Lining was kind of a challenge, but it did apply the shimmer to the upper lid really well. I would have loved if she made this brush a little bit thicker so that you could do more blending with this brush, but this is, to me, simply a packing brush. So that's the S2, and then this is the brush that I've been most excited about. It's the white Canadian squirrel blending brush. Now this is also very Sonia G looking brush, because she tends to make her blending brushes, they're not fluffy. At least that's what I think. I know I had her. Shape-wise, it reminds me of the Crease Pro, and it might be like the same exact bundling. So if you have the Crease Pro, you can get a pretty good idea of what this brush is going to be shaped like and how it's going to perform. It's similar to the Crease Pro in that you can blend, but it's a small blender. So you're not going to be able to do a final blend with this brush. You're not going to be able to do a transition shade. I mean, maybe if you're really good at your shadow. I was not able to do this. It's just too specific. So for this one, I did the S3. She says it's a versatile tapered blending to apply along the crease or blend. So that's exactly what she made this for, and I feel like that's what this is the best for. I think this brush is good for someone with kind of my shape eyes. So that's the 3 brushes, and I'm very, very happy with it. I just wish the second one was more substantial, had more hairs, and that would make this brush a lot more versatile. But let me put some shadow on. I've seen Wayne Goss do this, so this is not the first time. Hopefully some of you have seen someone do that. So I'm gonna get the little detail brush, and I'm gonna pick up this taupey shimmer shade right here. I'm gonna try to really load it up on one side. A little fallout there. That's because I really loaded the brush up, so I didn't get fallout when I used it for my eye look. So that's what you could expect. Beautiful, beautiful brush. Very soft, very comfortable on the eye. I'm going to pick up the same shade with the S2 brush. Okay, so yeah, it looks, I guess application is similar. It's just a bigger brush. And like if you wanted to blend, you could kind of blend with this, I suppose. All right, now I'm going to do the blending brush with the same shadow. I'm going to dip this in the hole, like on all sides. And I'll show you how it blends. It really moves nicely on the skin. Actually, all of them did. Okay, so I did this for you guys. I really wanted to help anyone that was like on the fence about these brushes. So yeah, there you go. I hope this really helps you guys out, and I recommend them, especially if you're a collector, especially if you like this aesthetic, which I do. I love the black ferrule, and the handle is not like super lacquered. It's a matte finish, but it's very beautiful, and I highly recommend. I think price-wise, it's priced right, and I would say get these while you can. Even if these weren't Sonia G, if another company came out with this material, making this type of brush, I would say they're limited edition because of the fact that these hairs are becoming very, very scarce. So highly, highly recommend. I'm so glad I got them. And after I used them, I actually considered getting a second set. I'm not, hopefully, but I really love them, and I don't think an entire eye look is possible, not how I do my eyeshadow, but for some of you, it's probably all you'll need. Okay, so I'm gonna get off because I look silly. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.